Kim Jong-un, ringmaster of the North Korean circus, subject of public adulation. But a man who apparently has ordered generals who didn't applaud enthusiastically enough to be executed, killed his own brother, and now forges ahead with nuclear weapons, even if it threatens to impoverish his nation. Yet, a man also who those who meet often take to.
People I know who have met him describe a really quite affable young man, a nice sense of humour, very easy to be with, very, very affable in all kinds of ways. Very much a family man, devoted to his wife and his children, a man who enjoys the nice things in life. He entertains personal guests on his luxury yacht, usually moored up near the western port of Wonsan, and likes nice food, nice drink. Meets foreigners. Kim Jong-il never did. On New Year's Day, every foreign ambassador in Pyongyang gets to shake Kim Jong-un's hand. That never happened under Kim Jong-il.
Emerging from the slaughter of the Korean War, the leader Kim Il-sung built a personality cult around himself. He also began an almost obsessive ideological quest for juche, or self-reliance. In the 50s or 60s, that meant developing national industries, avoiding dependence on others, even allies, and limiting trade. Long-term, one can see in this obsession with national independence a quest that would eventually lead to ballistic missile and nuclear weapons development. The succession in 1994 of Kim Jong-il, Kim Il-sung's son and present leader Jong-un's father, made the dynastic character of the North Korean regime clear. And inevitably, that bred a preoccupation with eradicating challengers either in the party or within different branches of the Kim family.
The first transition wasn't easy and very nearly didn't happen at all. It certainly was not a given that Kim Jong-il was going to take over from Kim Il-sung, and there was a long gestation and quite a lot of infighting before he got the top job. By the time it came to the second transition, it was done in a hurry because, of course, Kim Jong-il died quickly of a stroke, we believe, heart attacks, but he had a series of medical conditions. And it doesn't look as if there was much time to put in order what we in the West might call an orderly succession.
It was in the early 2000s that Kim Jong-il's pursuit of nuclear weapons became, in the view of many working the problem, unstoppable.
The North Koreans saw what happened to Muammar Gaddafi after he gave up his nuclear weapons program. They saw what happened to Saddam when he didn't have nuclear weapons. So they drew the conclusion that nuclear weapons are necessary for regime survival.
In 1997, Kim Jong-il sent his son under an assumed name to an international school near the Swiss capital of Bern. Kim Jong-un spent 4 years there. The North Korean ambassador attended parents' evenings in loco parentis, and classmates remember his love of pizza, basketball, and American pop. Ascending to the leadership in 2010, Kim Jong-un pursued his boyhood idols, inviting them to visit him in Pyongyang.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
But this youthful leader remained mindful of the threat his older brother Nam, once heir apparent but latterly living discreetly in Macau, could pose. Last year, Jong Nam was assassinated in Malaysia by killers using a nerve agent. Dispensing with internal challenges, Kim Jong-un calculated that external threats would be best countered by speeding up the missile and nuclear weapons program. And he ignored friendly Chinese advice, Donald Trump's threats, and UN sanctions alike.
It's not just a vanity. It's, first of all, it's seen as what is necessary to preserve the regime. It's partly a matter of this is what North Korea can do. This is all that North Korea can do, is produce weapons that go boom. In every other field of endeavor, they are way, way behind the South Koreans, and the people of North Korea increasingly know that, be it economics or energy or industry or science. The South Koreans are way, way far ahead. So building nuclear weapons and missiles is something that makes the North Koreans feel that that they are in the big leagues, that they can compete with the South, and that's a powerful motivation not to give it up.
Many now regard nuclear weapons as the indispensable prop of the North Korean regime. But it wasn't always that way. In the mid-90s, they were ready to shelve the whole project as part of an international agreement. So what changed? Well, an American-sponsored program of regime change in the Middle East. For one thing, George W. Bush was too distracted by Iraq and Al-Qaeda to pursue the North Korean issue, and Barack Obama similarly got fixated on the possibility of a deal with Iran, while the North Korean pot boiled away. For a leader still only 33, the pursuit of nuclear weapons has validated his grandfather's ideology of self-reliance and demonstrated the impotence of the United States. The main question now is whether Kim Jong-un knows how to de-escalate this crisis.